Okay, now let's see. This is a new topic. Even after finishing 12th standard, many times it happens that student has not or they are not known about this topic, which is known as nuclear chemistry. And many a times, in competitive exam they ask its questions also. It's a very simple. Now let's see the screen. It is written that an element with atomic number 84 and its mass 218 loses one alpha particle and two beta particles in three successive stages. The resultant element will have atomic number this and atomic mass that. So let's understand what is this. So in nuclear chemistry, this is something known as what? Alpha decay and beta decay. And for that you also need to understand what do you mean by alpha particle and what do you mean by what? Beta particle. What is alpha particle? So somewhere it is mentioned that the helium atoms, when they leave the surface of atom, it is known as what? Alpha decay. Or these helium atoms are sometimes positively charged helium ions are also known as what? Alpha particle, where the atomic number is 2 and the mass is what? 4. That is for helium atom. What is beta? So it is represented like this, and this is nothing but what? Something as cathode ray. That is nothing but electrons. And the third is known as what? Gamma rays or gamma particle. What are gamma 1? So what they say that these gamma rays are nothing but what? Somewhat like X-rays, which are neutral in nature. So this one are positive, this one is negative, and they are what? Neutral in nature. Okay. Now suppose an element is A, whose atomic number is Z and whose atomic mass is A. So let's say this is what? X. X is the element whose atomic number is Z and atomic mass is A. When it undergoes alpha decay, so what will be left or what will be going out from? So it is what? 2 and 4. That means what? Atomic mass Z will decrease, atomic number Z will decrease by 2 and the mass A will decrease by what? 4. And the atom remains, suppose, X. Now it undergoes beta decay or beta particle. It loses beta particle. Now when it loses beta particle, the electron goes out. But what will happen with the mass and atomic number? Because atomic number of an atom, that is Z, is equal to number of protons. And A is known as what? Atomic mass, which is equal to number of proton plus number of neutron. So if beta decay happens, then what will be there? For Z and A, it will be nothing. But what is beta decay actually? So when these neutrons convert into proton and electron, and this fast moving electron leaves the surface of atom, it is known as what? Beta decay. That means when neutron converting into proton, this A remains as it is, because A is nothing but number of proton plus number of neutron. So suppose 7 protons are there and 7 neutrons are there. So total mass will be 14. But when one neutron converts into proton, so it will be 6 plus 8, again it will be what? 14. So mass never changes during this beta decay. But what happens? one proton increases, and proton increases, that means what? Atomic number changes. So beta decay, that will be what here? X a minus 4 will be a minus 4, and it will convert into what? Z minus 1, because Z minus 2 was the number of proton. Now one proton is introduced, so it will be minus 1. We never represent electron here. Now another beta decay. So again what will be? The X will have this Z minus 1 as Z, because Z minus 1 plus 1, and another neutron has converted into proton and electron leaves the surface of atom. So here, after this 2 beta decay, before that there was a alpha decay. So atomic number remains as it is, the mass changes or decreases by 4. So let's see here which is suitable. Initially it was 84 protons, so it remains as it is. So we have this A option and C option as a probability, but where the mass is decreased by 4 here, so A option is the correct option. Now let's go for the next one. That's the second question. What is it? An element E loses alpha and 2 beta particle in 3 successive series or the stages. The resultant element will have. This is the same question, but it is asked in different way. Suppose this is an element E which loses alpha particle, then it converts into its form E1 if I write, then it loses beta particle, then it converts into E2, and then it converts into what? E3 by another beta decay. Now what they are asking, what is the relationship between this E and E3 at the end of this third stage? So as previously I said, when alpha decay followed by 2 beta decay takes place, the mass that reduces by 4 and atomic number, that is Z, remains as it is. Over. So these will be nothing but what? Isotope of E. It is not E because A is reduced. It is not isotope. Oh, this might be isobar. One option might be isobar. So it is isotope of what? E. Now the third question of the same topic is this one. Arrange the following in their penetrating power. So I tell that these are the alpha particle, these are the beta particles, and this is the gamma particle. Alpha, beta and gamma particles are there. Alpha is nothing but the helium. Beta is same as cathode ray, which is subatomic particle, electron, and these are also known as neutrons. Over. Gamma. These are also somewhat like what? X-rays, which comes under a category of electromagnetic radiations. Over. Now these alpha particles are having their bigger size, and because of this big size, their penetrating effect is reduced. So it is said that beta particles are having its penetrating effect 100 times greater than these alpha particles, and these gamma particles are having their penetrating effect even 1000 times than beta. So X-rays are there. Why it is so? The X-rays, if you see the electromagnetic spectrum, here it's a IR, then visible spectrum, then UV, and then we write what? X-rays. And in this electromagnetic spectrum, when we go from right to left, what happens? Lambda decreases, but the frequency increases, and frequency increases, we can say energy increases. So these X-rays are such rays, or these gamma rays are such rays, whatever you say, gamma rays, These gamma rays are having such rays whose wavelength is minimum, and wavelength is minimum, then we can say it's, this frequency is maximum. That's why energy is also maximum out of this alpha, beta and gamma, and that's why the penetrating effect is what? More. So now let's see, this one is the correct option. No, which one is the correct option? This one. B is the correct option. Alpha are having less penetrating effect, then beta, and then gamma. Good. So now for the another question. Which of the rays are not deflected by electrical magnetic field? So after going through this cathode ray discharge, just a minute. So after going through this cathode ray, you have seen that these cathode rays are negatively charged particles, and this anode rays are what? Positively charged particle. Over. So, and both of them were deflected under what? Electrical field and magnetic field. Over. Now, these gamma rays are neutral. They don't have charge. Over. Neither positive, neither negative. Beta rays are electron. These X-rays are also there. X-rays are also having what? This. And which rays are not deflected by electrical and the magnetic field? Or now, X-ray belong to electromagnetic radiation or electromagnetic waves. They already have their magnetic wave and electrical wave which is perpendicular, like this, perpendicular to one another. So they will also not be, affected by this magnetic or the electric field. So answer is what? Both A and B, because these gamma rays are nothing but what? X-rays. Now the next question. A represents the mass number and Z represents the atomic number. Then alpha decay is characterized by. Now it is very easy to answer. If X is an element which is having its atomic number Z, which is having its atomic mass A, and when it undergoes alpha decay, then what happens? That is what? He, 2 and 4, it is going out. So what happens? The atomic number is reduced by 2 and the mass is reduced by what? 4. So Z decreases by 2 and A also decreases by 4. So C is the correct option. So need to practice such questions of what? Nuclear chemistry. So it is not given in the NCERT textbook, but they are so many times asked in JEE and NEET examination. So today I have come with this. So hope you have enjoyed it, and by the next time I will come with a new topic. So stay connected. Thank you.